Okay, brilliant. What I wanted to do, David, was just go through your CV.
Right.
Just find out a bit more about you. I know obviously we've worked together before, but really just to sort of touch upon what your requirements are now, really. So tell me where you're from originally, your background.
My background, wine trade, 25 years working for a company called City Vintages, then Grisson's Wine Merchants, who took over City Vintages. I started as a van driver and worked my way through, becoming depot manager, then I moved to Exeter with the company as bonded warehouse manager, dealing with customs and excise, goods in, dealing with customs duty and excise duty, stock control, all that sort of stuff. We also had outside customers bonding at the warehouse, and I was there for 5 years until Grierson Blumenthal decided to take over City Vintages, hence the name Grierson's. I was then asked to move from Exeter down to Torquay to become the operations manager down there, because they already had a bonded warehouse in London, in Willesden, which was far superior and larger to the one in Exeter. So they closed the one in Exeter. I then moved down to Torquay, and I was there in Torquay as the operations manager, I think, for about 10 years. But overall, I was with the company for 17 years. Grierson Blumenthal was a subsidiary of Trust House Forte, hotel people.
When you left that position, obviously you did some work at Nortel and then doing some work for capital auditors,
That's
stock
right.
taker auditor.
Yeah.
Some more work at Nortel, and then it was Vinicum.
Vinicum's, that's...
the wine merchants that you were with for 7 years.
That's
where
right.
you did a lot of your accounts work, isn't it?
That's right. Initially, when I first worked for Peter Vinicum, everything was manual. Stock control was manual on a Friday evening, walking around, looking at the shelves, thinking, what shall I order this week? There was no stock history, no audit trail or anything like that. They had Sage, but they didn't know how to use it. So I went in there and automated the system. I created stock reports, stock history reports by supplier, using a report facility. So I customized all the reports. We were in Babbacombe Road for about 2 years, and then they took over the wine box in Timoth Road, and we spent a further 5 years down there. We had additional software called EasyScan, which took over from Sage. The information from EasyScan was exported to Sage on a nightly basis. Just the financial data, not the stock control. All the stock control was done through EasyScan. We also had an outlet in Dartmouth and also Exeter. I was actively involved in integrating the other 2 branches from a stock point of view, to consolidate all the data with an overnight import-export, which allowed Peter Vinicum to order stock to accommodate the other 2 outlets.
Fabulous. So when you left there in 2008, what was the reason for that? Did they close down, did you say?
Yes, the business went into administration.
Okay, and then that's when you went to work at for the NHS.
Yes.
South Devon Healthcare Foundation Trust as project assistant, which I
It
remember.
was a project assistant, but I was actually ended up project managing.
Wonderful.
There were supposed to be 3 people involved. At the end of it, there was just me involved in the project. I had to contact 800 suppliers. They had a database, which I'd done. I automated the system using the email facility. And they had 160,000 lines. We used to update all the catalogues from all the suppliers, regardless if they were going to order from them. And it was a challenge. Yeah.
So that contract came to an end, and the recent work, and you've never been out of work, you've not got any gaps or anything, but your most recent work is you've been working and doing some temp work for Westamatic in Newton Abbot as a purchase ledger clerk, working on assignment for them using Sage 500, doing purchase ledger entry, statement reconciliation, credit control and sales ledger inquiries, is that right?
Yes.
So that finished in December?
Yes.
And what was your hourly rate there, David?
My hourly rate from Hayes was £8 something, £8-ish.
That's fine. So that finished. Now you're immediately available.
Yes.
Live in Torquay.
Yes.
What would you like? What type of positions are you available for now?
I would like a position within either stock control, accounts, admin, credit control. It could be sales ledger entry. It could be purchase ledger. I've got a wealth of experience in all aspects of running a business. I'm quite quick to pick things up and adapt.
You're a really good temp actually, because you're the type of person that can go in to a company. You're really flexible, got a wealth of experience behind you.
Yeah.
Can get on and do the job really, with no fuss. Are you looking for temporary and permanent?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I just want to keep myself busy.
Sure, that's fine. And what's the minimum hourly rate you're looking for?
Again, like I said to you before when we first met last year, I'm looking for at least £10 an hour minimum. I feel that's the going rate, looking at job sites and things like that. Depending on where it is, obviously if it's local, then I've got prepared to take a little cut.
Yes.
If it's further afield, then I've got to take into account travelling expenses, so on and so forth.
That's fine. What locations are good for you?
Doesn't matter. I'm flexible.
So all over basically, sort of Torbay, Southampton area is good.
It means going to Taunton.
Yeah.
It means going to Taunton. It's.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm quite flexible.
No problem. That's great. Lovely. Thanks, David.